Why do I look orange? I feel like I look orange. Oh my god, I can't be the 3 engagement girl. I can't be the 3 engagement girl, but I am.
You got married again.
Yes, yes. 2nd in 2 years. 3rd overall.
Don't judge me. Don't hit unsubscribe. Don't hit unsubscribe. Okay? People do this. People are stupid like me. There's other people out there like me. I know there is. I know it. There must be a support group for people like me. Hi guys. I am back from vacation, which is like not a good thing. Wait, sorry, I need to fix this. So I'm back from Christmas vacation. It is not really like a good thing. Like I'm not like, you know, happy about it. So I'm gonna do my makeup. I'm a mess. Like I'm just a total mess right now. I realized that I want you guys to know more about me because I don't want to be like a typical beauty person. Like, oh my god, I love this foundation. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be real. I cuss a lot. I've done a lot of stupid shit in my life. I just think, you know, it's funny to look back at that stuff and like laugh about it now. I think that instead of me just like doing a tutorial or whatever, we talk about something interesting. I took a poll on my Instagram. If you guys don't follow me, I will put it right here. That is my main form of social media. I don't use Snapchat anymore. They did the update. Just like I really just had like a pissing match with it. I just couldn't get over it. I love taking polls on there. I love it. I thrive off of it. I love taking like questions on there. I absolutely love it. I took a poll asking what story you guys wanted to hear about my life. Either when I was chased by pimps in Budapest. That's absolutely true. It wasn't funny at the time. Not at all. Not at all. But now it's been almost 10 years and it's like kind of funny to look back and laugh on. Or how I almost got married for $10,000 and decided not to, literally like within hours before. You guys picked that one, of course, the marriage one. I knew you would. I knew you would. And I also asked if you wanted to see me do my makeup as I film talking about the story, and you guys said yes, which I knew you would again. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get into it. I'm not gonna go super into detail about what I'm doing, anything like that. I'm just gonna do basic stuff. I'm actually just gonna do my basic base makeup that I do all the time. So when I don't really want to put too much of an effort in on my eyes, this is like what I do. I'm gonna put primer on first. I do eyes first, which I'm going to. But right now I'm just gonna, okay, there we go. I'm just gonna put this on my face right now and then just like let it soak in a little bit. Me getting married, it's no secret if you've been following me for a while. I was engaged twice, like that's a thing. Everybody knows it's out there. It's a thing. You'll never be able to expose me because I'll always expose myself first. I like openly talk about that because it's fine. It's fine. I mean, it's fine. It's fine to be engaged twice before you were like 25. It's totally fine. Actually, the second time I was 25. I'm gonna use Maybelline Fit Me Concealer and I'm just gonna use it for primer on my eyes. And then I'm gonna blend it out with a beauty blender. I had broken up with my second fiance, which was a big one because our wedding was 10 months away, 8 months away. I moved out. I immediately got with this guy. I'm not gonna say his name because I didn't ask him if I could make this video because honestly I think he'd probably say no. I'm gonna go in with Manny MUA Life's a Drag. I'm gonna put this white on my eyes. Yeah, white, okay? It'll turn out pretty in the end, I promise. So I started dating this guy like literally immediately after my fiance. Total rebound, total rebound. He was foreign. He's from Eastern Europe. He's from a country that most of you probably have never heard of, and I don't even want to say the country because it'll probably expose him. It is a country that I had never even heard of until I met him. Now I'm gonna take like a fluffier brush. I'm gonna go in with this right here. This color. Sorry, this color is called Sickening, and then the white one is called Cake Face. Put it in my crease and then a little bit above my crease, but I don't want to like wipe away the white, so I'm leaving the white on my lids. So I'm not putting this on my lids. So I started dating him. He was super foreign. It was a total rebound. Total rebound. Said I loved you to him. I wasn't in love whatsoever. I knew I wasn't in love. He knew that. Like, he knew that. deep down, he knew what he was getting into. He knew that like I had just broken up with my fiance like 2 days ago. Like he knew that. So I got into a relationship with him and I was in way over my head. I didn't even want it to be a relationship, but it ended up being one. But he was like the nicest person. So like I just I don't know. I had to be, I don't know. I really just didn't want to break his heart like at all. This is my favorite eyeshadow in the entire world. It is Camel by Bobbi Brown. It's amazing. Like I cherish it. I love it. It's literally like I will die. I will die if I don't have it. I will die. I take it everywhere with me. I'm just gonna go in with like a smaller kind of brush, blending brush. This is a Luxie 235. And so I'm gonna go in with Camel. I'm just gonna put this literally directly in the crease. Not above the crease at all. Just directly in the crease. So I fall for this guy, like a rebound, falling in love kind of thing. And it like definitely wasn't love. It wasn't love at all. It was like lust. But he was in love with me. And like I knew that. I knew that. And like he knew I wasn't in love with him. Like I was just like, I did something very mean. I just should not have been with him in that like way. But and like made it official into a relationship. And also like that was really mean towards my ex-fiance. Like he was like, what the hell, dude? Like we just broke up literally a week ago, you know? Like it was, oh my god, it was just like a total mess. So anyways, I was with him and we were together for I don't even know, literally like 8 months. I'm gonna take a little more of Camel and just put it on the corners of my eyes. I don't know why, I just feel like I need to. So whatever, we like hit it off and he was like, I always wanted to be with you, like blah, 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 but you were with your fiance, like da, 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 you know, all that. And I was just like freaked out of like getting married and stuff and like just jumped into this like blindly and stupidly and meanly, and I shouldn't have. I mean, I did care for him as a person, 100% I cared for him as a person, but no, was I like absolutely madly in love with him like I was like acting to be? No, not at all. I'm gonna go in with Dream Velvet Matte Maybelline whatever soft matte foundation and 75 natural beige. I've been using this lately. This is like turning into a podcast right now. It's turning into a podcast. We were dating, whatever, he was in love. Everybody knew, and we worked together and everyone knew that it was a rebound for me and that it was love for him. And his friends didn't like me. His roommates did not like me because they knew, they saw right through me. I like convinced myself, I was like, no, I do love him, you know, like that. But like, I mean, no, I didn't. I really didn't. He was on like an exchange program and we worked together. So him and like a bunch of people from his part of the country were working with us like at this resort that I worked at for like 10 years, 65 years of my life. I don't know, like it literally seemed like I was there for my entire life, but I was there for like 7 years, 6 years, 6.5 years. I don't know. Before that year of dating, like we had known each other. This was his 3rd time coming to my resort as an exchange student to work. And then he was going to stay for an entire year. We got together like right when he came for the 3rd time. Like I knew him, I've seen him, you know, hung out with him like before around like friendly, you know, groups, whatever. Literally 2 summers like before that, we were friends on Facebook, you know, blah, blah, blah. But with his life, he saw me on Instagram, like all that kind of stuff. So like we knew each other, we were friends, definitely, just from like working with each other. I'm using color corrector, Naked Skin Urban Decay. This is the color Peach. I prefer pink, but they didn't have it when I was there. It's out of stock. So right now I'm just dealing with peach until pink is back. Anyways, so we were telling each other that we loved each other, all that crap. And then everyone that, and like all the other exchange students too had been there before. So like we all knew them, you know what I'm saying? Like all my coworkers, we all hung out and stayed in that resort because it was like we couldn't get out. It was a trap. So we all worked there for like a very long time and they would just come every summer and some of them would stay for a while, like longer. Some of them would leave, some of them would go to school with us, like, you know, all that stuff. So like we knew this group, we knew them very well. And then everyone starts getting married. I'm not even kidding you. So all of my American coworkers were marrying all of the Europeans so that they could stay for green cards. I'm probably gonna get arrested from telling this story. Everybody was just becoming this like green card giver and getting married, no problem. Like literally just going down to the courthouse, getting married, like no shame in anyone's game. Everybody was doing it. Everybody was going to each other's weddings at the courthouse as witnesses. It was just like a thing. Everybody was getting married. Literally, like it was madness. It was complete madness. And when I say everybody, I mean like kids that were like 18, 19, like young kids were like, yeah, I'll marry you for $10,000, because that's what all the foreigners like price was. They're like, please marry me for like this amount of money. So everyone who was getting married, some of them like were dating, some of them weren't. I personally thought the ones that were dating, that was like a bad idea to get married to like the person you're just dating. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not like a good idea. I'm gonna go in with Age Rewind, Maybelline, because I'm an old haggard bitch, so I need to use Age Rewind. Literally a boom madness of people getting married. Just like, at first it was like, oh, haha, like this is funny, everybody's getting married. Yeah, no. And then it turned into like not being funny. And then he started to be like, I need to get married because my year is like almost up. And like, disclaimer, when I say this, he did not stay with me like just to get married or for me to give him a green card. Like, I know that for sure. I know that deep down in his heart, he loved me. Like, he's the sweetest man ever. Probably one of the sweetest people I've ever dated in my life. I treated him terribly. He did not deserve how I treated him at all. He did not deserve this. But anyway, so I'm just saying, like, he was not staying with me to like use me for that. So he was like, I'm gonna need to get married. But he never like asked me. He was just like trying to find someone like also at the resort who like was willing to like, you know, do this like very illegal thing by keeping these foreigners in the United States just for $10,000. It was awkward because we were dating and he was like trying to find someone else to marry, and like, it was just so weird. It was weird. It was a very weird time in my life. I hate it when my upper lip is covered with concealer. At this point, I've been broken off my engagement. Like, it had almost been a year since like I had moved out of my fiance's apartment. My boyfriend kept looking for people to marry and we were dating, and it was just so weird that he was like doing that and like kept, you know, and then he like knew like someone's wife's cousin who was willing to, you know, all this like weird stuff. At first I was like, no way, I just ran from a wedding, I am not doing this, like blah 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 blah, not doing this. Then of course medical bills come up, you know. I start looking at like the piles of medical bills I have to pay for, and my parents like definitely help me pay with my medical bills for colitis, for sure they do, but not all the way. Like I would send them like some bills from the hospital, but not all of them, because I felt bad. So like I was definitely paying a lot of medical bills like I couldn't afford at that time, and so I still can't afford them, let's be real. So he's like looking for this, he's looking for his wife, you know, my boyfriend is looking for his wife. Oh sorry, I'm like now just setting it with Kat Von D. Anyway, so I am like, and it's the banana powder I'm setting it with, sorry. So finally one day, I literally said it like this because I'm a bitch and I'm so honest, especially to guys. I'm like a really big bitch. I don't know why Casey puts up with me. Love you, babe. I told him, I'm like, I feel like I put in the work for this. Like, I put in the work of being with you for months on end, and I feel like if you're gonna get married to someone and someone's gonna cash out on $10,000, it's gonna be me. It's gonna be me. Anyway, you know that song? It's gonna be me by Backstreet Boys. So anyway, or NSYNC, by NSYNC. Oh my god, by NSYNC, yes. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Just because I'm a freak halfway through, I've been using MAC Prime, whatever the fuck, this Fix Plus. Anyway, sorry. Going like that. And I know I don't like MAC, like blah, 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 blah. You guys know that if you've been following me for a while, I don't like MAC. But I just don't think they have like as many good products as they're hyped up to be. It's like, I just find that I like their blushes. I don't like their eyeshadows whatsoever. I hate their foundations. I absolutely hate their foundations. Like, I want to burn them, all of them. I just want to take them and just burn them. Like, I hate them so much. And I think that they're trying to kill people silently through their foundations, because whatever you put on you goes into your bloodstream. But anyways, that's like a whole different thing. Yeah, let's get back to it. Okay, gonna contour my face with this sample. It is Chocolate Soleil Too Faced. I've had it forever. Literally, it's probably expired. It's probably gonna give me like a disease on my face, but whatever. And I'm gonna take a NARS brush and do that. And just like dip it in and then carve out my cheekbones so that I can look skinny instead of fat. So anyways, really want to cash out on the $10,000 because I'm a shallow bitch. And I was like, I just, you know, like, I want that. And so he was like, oh my gosh, like, I love you. Thank you so much for helping me. Like, it'll purely be business. It'll be like casual, just how it is with everyone else at work who's doing this. Literally like dozens of people were doing this. And I was like, okay, everybody else is doing it. So like, it's fine. They're not getting arrested yet. It must be safe. Like this is fine. No, and like maybe not morally fine, but like it's fine. I told my parents and they were like, you're an idiot. Like don't do it. It's very little money because you have to be married, I think for 2 years or 3 years. I forget what it is, but it's no less than 2 years. And they're like, are you really going to get married for $10,000? Like for like years? Like that's a small amount of money compared to the years that you have to stay married to this person and pretend that you're married to them, to the government. Like this is literally government fraud. Like this is illegal. Then I decided, okay, my parents really aren't for this, so I'm just not going to tell them. So I like, you know, was like, yeah, I want this. Like I want to be married and have like $10,000. And he wasn't going to give it to me in one lump sum. He was just going to give it to me like throughout the time of us being married for the 2 or 3 years. I can't remember. That was also the deal. And that was what everyone was doing too. No, everyone who was getting married for $10,000 weren't getting $10,000 like written out as a check. Here's 10 grand. Let's go to the courthouse and get married. No, they weren't doing that. They were like being promised like throughout the years that we're going to be married, I will give you $10,000. He couldn't give it all to me like right then, although that would have been like ideal. Oh my God. And if he had given it to me all right then, like I would have just, I would have done it for sure. I just am stupid. Hi, I'm Stacy. I'm like not really smart sometimes. Back then, I was 26. It really wasn't that long ago. Now I'm 30. Back then, I thought 10 grand was like, oh my God, I thought I was a rich bitch. I thought I was gonna like put a down payment on an apartment, gonna buy Louis Vuitton bags, gonna own Gucci stuff, gonna buy a BMW. I can afford to shop at Whole Foods now. I like thought that this $10,000 was just gonna like save my life, and it was gonna be so much money, like so much money I couldn't even fathom that like, oh my God, yes, I'm gonna be rich, the richest girl ever. Cash is what? Anyways, so we're like planning on getting married, all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. And so was one of my best friends. One of my best friends, her name's Jessica. I'm just gonna expose her. Her name's Jessica. She has red hair. She's in all of my vlogs. Like, hey Jess, she's not watching this because she's a total bitch and doesn't watch my videos unless she's in them. She literally said that. But she watches other YouTubers, so it's like, okay. So she's not watching this. She's not gonna see it. Sorry, right now I'm like doing this mirror thing to try to put my eyebrows on. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I can't figure it out though because it's like one of these like things. Where was I? Okay, so everyone's doing this. Even my friends were doing it. My friend Jessica was thinking about doing it, and she, spoiler alert, ended up not doing it. So I was like into this, like literally convinced myself like everyone's doing it, my friends are doing it, like we're gonna do this, I'm gonna get money, blah, blah, blah. And like as time went on, my boyfriend slash future husband slash fiance, whatever, illegal fiance, told me, he was like, you know, all in all to end up being like more than 10 grand, because if you ever need like help with rent or help with medical bills or help with anything, like I'll definitely, you know, be there because you're my wife. Like I'll be there and I'll help you and like I'll support you and blah, blah, blah. So I was like, sweet, this is like freaking gold. Like I have hit the jackpot. All I have to do is just like go to the courthouse, fake these vows, make it look legit, and just like, you know, be rich. I don't know, because I thought that $10,000 made you rich when I was 26. Oh, sorry. I didn't even say what I was using. I'm using Milani because it's just cheaper than Anastasia. And it gets the job done. I mean, you know. He was like, it's going to be like over these years that we're married, like, you know, I'll definitely help you out more. And it'll probably end up equaling like more than 10 grand, which it like definitely would have. If I had like, you know, I would have been like, oh, can you buy me this, 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 this? You're in this country because of me, so can you go buy me this, please? Like that would have totally been me because I was just really dumb. That's literally the only thing I can say. Like I was just really, really stupid. We planned when we were going to get married at the courthouse, like the day that we were going to get married. So I tell my parents, or I tell my friends, sorry, don't tell my parents, you got to read the fine print on things, you know? As we looked more into it and we got closer to the wedding, we realized that we had to stay in the same place for the years that we were married. We had to stay in the exact same place. So meaning like I couldn't move out of my college town, which is Santa Barbara, which is where this all took place. And I was planning on moving to New York at some point, like fairly soonish. And I ended up moving to Manhattan when I was 28. I didn't know when that was going to happen or when I would have enough money for that. But I was thinking like, oh, like I can use the money to move to Manhattan and like live in a freaking like doorman building, moving on up, sky rides. I mean, like all this stuff. I was so stupid with what $10,000 can buy you. Well, he was totally content with staying in Santa Barbara because it's beautiful and it's right on the beach and all that stuff. But at that point, I had been there for almost 10 years. So I was like, oh, like I eventually want to go to Manhattan, you know, and like do stuff like that. So we would have to stay in the same place. And if we were to go to Manhattan, we would have to move there like together. It would be like a different state. It would be just like different laws, all this stuff. It was just gonna be a headache. So I was like, okay, fine. Like I don't have to move to Manhattan for like, I'll just save money for the next 2 to 3 years, stay married, and then, you know, I'll have enough money to be like the richest bitch in the world. Which, yeah, no. The real fine print on this whole story though is that he was in love with me and I wasn't in love with him. He at first had said it would be purely business, but as I said before in the beginning of the story, people were getting married to who they were dating and it wasn't a good idea because you were just dating and then you went to husband and wife. And even if it was like a fake husband and wife thing, like it's still pretty damn serious, you know? I know it's just a piece of paper everybody was saying, but it's a really fucking serious piece of paper. As we like got closer to the wedding, like very close, like days away, he told me that, you know, like, I mean, he had told me from the beginning, like, this is purely business, like, thank you for helping me, like, blah, blah, like, if I were to marry anyone, obviously I'd like much rather like have it be you, like, blah, blah, blah. He was saying all this stuff like, I want to marry you anyways in the future. And I was like, then I had said one time, I was like, I said something about like dating or something like, oh, like, well, if we ever break up and like I date, and he was like, what are you talking about? Like, we're never going to break up because we're going to be married and you're not allowed to date. Like, even if we did, like our relationship broke up, we would still be legally married, but you would not be allowed to date anyone, which was not the deal with other people who were getting married. My other coworkers, sorry, I just burped, gross. My other coworkers, like, who were just marrying people that they weren't dating, just random people that they were like helping out, they didn't have that. Like, they were able to date other people, sleep with other people, do all this stuff, and just be cashing in like money, you know? So I was like, I want that deal. And like, I just really want to, you know, have the money and like buy. I'm going in with Tinted Brow Gel by Anastasia Beverly Hills in the color Brunette. So I was like, I want the deal where I can date people and be married and cash out. Like, I want the deal where you're giving me money and I can even use that money to go on these lavish vacations with like a new boyfriend or something if we don't work out, like, which we're not going to work out because deep down I don't really love you, but I couldn't like say that or admit that to myself because I'm an evil human being. And I not anymore, but I was at the time. I was a very evil human being. I don't know what it was. I think it was because I was coming out of so many engagements that like I ended up like having just like a black heart by that time. And I was just like, I don't know. It was really stupid. And he was like the victim of my stupid ass mistakes. Okay, now I'm going in with Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula with, I don't know, Real Techniques huge orange brush. So we like had this conversation at my apartment, and this was like 2 days before we're supposed to get married. And he's like, no, like you can't date anyone. Like, even if we break up, like I would not be okay with you dating anyone because obviously I'm in love with you and I never want to break up with you. And even if we didn't get married and we broke up, like I obviously still wouldn't want you to date anyone. It would be so hard for me to see that. So like, if we're going to be married, like I'm going to feel like I have an obligation as your husband to tell you not to date. And I was like, what? Like, we haven't, no, like that was not, it's supposed to be purely business. All right, I'm going to go and contour my nose. I always contour with the same shade that I contour my face with. And then I just use like an angled brush that's like somewhere in this fucking mess in front of me because I am not organized. Found it. But like, he ends up spending the night that night after this like whole conversation. And I literally, it was like a movie. He's like, soundly asleep. And I'm just like I was thinking like, oh my God, what am I getting myself into? Are you fucking kidding? Like, I can't get married to anybody. Like, are you or like, I can't date anybody. Like, are you fucking kidding? What if I want to get married within the next 2 years? What if I meet the love of my life tomorrow and we want to get married next week? Like, what? You know, like, I believe in that kind of stuff. I truly do. Because my first fiance, I met him and 10 days later we were engaged. And like, I don't regret that whatsoever at all. Like, I was in love with him after 10 days and like Cassius, please, I am telling a story. So I was just like laying in bed being a freak and like freaking out and was just like, oh my God, I could like, what if, you know, Leonardo DiCaprio, I meet him and he's just like, Stacey, let's go run away and get married. And I'm just like, oh my God, I can't. I was just freaking out. I was like, what do I freaking do? The next day after this whole thing happened, he was supposed to get his wisdom teeth out. So he goes and gets his wisdom teeth out and I'm supposed to take care of him. And I don't. Like, I bring him home and then I take off. I literally bring him to my home. Literally put a blanket over him. He wanted like food or water, whatever the hell you have to do, you know, whatever. His face, you know, is huge and all that. He can barely talk. He was loopy, all this stuff, and I bounced. Like, I took advantage of the fact that he was loopy and I ran. I ran for the hills. I like told my friend, I was like, please come pick me up. Let's go shopping. Let's go do anything. I don't care. Take me. Let's go to Mexico. I don't care. Just take me. She comes, picks me up. She's like, what is going on? I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do this. And like, as I was leaving the house, I told him like, oh, blah, blah, is going to pick me up. I forget who it was. I think it was like Ava or Jessica or something like that. So I was like, oh, she's going to pick me up. Like, I'll be right back, you know? And he was just like, oh, put blush on. This is Luminoso by Milani. And blush brush is Pointed Blush Moda Pro. I don't know. So I just bounced. Like, while he needs help, he needs help. Like, he just got out of surgery and I was supposed to be his nurse and I just bounced. So I left literally for like the rest of the day. Like, he like came to my apartment probably at like 3 p.m. And like, I didn't come back until like 10 p.m. And he was just like, after that, like, he could talk and everything, like swelling had gone down a little bit and he was like, where have you been, you know? And I was just like, oh, you know, like blah blah blah. And he was just like, I feel like you don't want to get married, like da 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 da. I'm like, no, it's fine. What are you talking about? Like, I totally do. Like, I love you. Like, blah, blah, blah. He literally could see right through it. Like, I can't even tell the story because it makes me sound so dumb. So a few days later was like the time where we had to like go get the marriage license, all that stuff. And I completely like was silent that entire day. I didn't speak to him even though he was right in front of me. I'm taking just a B Bella NG322 brush. I just use it for highlight and then I'm just going to spray Fix Plus on it, but not too close. And then I'm going to go in with my favorite highlighter, but I don't mention it too much because it's very expensive. Burberry, literally, I love their highlighters. They take the cake for everything because they're so good. I just love them. So I'm like silent that whole day that we're like supposed to go and get this license. And he's just like, what's wrong now? And I'm just like, nothing. Like, I'm fine. I'm totally fine. Keep thinking like, Stacey, you're gonna be a rich bitch, you know, you're gonna live in this high rise in New York, you're gonna get this, you know, your Louis Vuitton bag that you want, drive your BMW, you're gonna have a driver, a chef, you're gonna have a masseuse, you're gonna have like everything that you want in your entire life, like you're gonna have staff living in your house because you have $10,000. That literally was going through my head. I was so dumb. Then he just like basically stopped the car on the way there and was like, we can't do this because you don't want to do it. Like, it's very clear that you don't want to marry me. I think you don't even want to date me anymore. Like, you just took off when I was out of surgery, like, you know, all that stuff. And I was just like, and then like, I just couldn't hide it anymore. I was just like, I definitely don't want to get married. Like, you know, let's just talk later, like, about our relationship. Like, obviously I had gotten into this whole thing way too fast after leaving my fiance. Stupid, so dumb. I'm so dumb. I'm literally so dumb. Like, he literally, I mean, we were like getting the marriage license, like it was happening, it was about to happen. Oh my God, I have not even blended out. Oh my God. And not very many of my friends know this. Like, actually no one really knows this, that like we were that close to it. They just know that like I was definitely seriously considering it. They didn't know that like we hardcore like were doing it, like about like going there to do it. We went home and then he went back to his apartment, which he never did. He always hung out with me, like basically was at my apartment all the time. Now I'm taking Too Faced Better Than Sex, putting this on my eyelashes, and put on my eyelashes, and I just was like, this is not happening, you know? And so basically like he tried to message me like the whole day and I like ghosted him because I'm a mean person. And well, I was, not anymore, but I was. I just like finally was just like, I can't do this. I can't get married. Like I can't even be with you anymore. Like, I'm really sorry. And he took it terribly. He took it so bad, like so many tears, so many tears. He took it so bad and I felt terrible. That was when I actually started to have human being feelings and I felt terrible for what I had just done. And he like asked me why, and that was like the worst part, but I didn't want to lie. I like had to be like serious. I was like, honestly, because I want to date other people. Like, I got into this relationship with you way too fast, and like I want to date other people. I want to move to Manhattan. I want to do all these things. I can't do that if I'm married to you. I just can't, even if it's a fake marriage, even if it's just business, like I just can't do that. And also, Stacy, you're dumb. It's completely fucking illegal. It's completely fucking illegal to marry someone just to give them a green card. By the way, don't do it. Don't do it. I don't care how much money someone's gonna pay you, is not worth your freedom. $10,000 was not worth my freedom of going to prison. You know, like that's, no, you're not living in a high rise then. They're gonna take away your Louis Vuitton bag. I am damn sure of that. Oh, by the way, I'm using this pencil. I don't know, it's like vintage by Jessica Liebskind Smoky Eye Pencil Jet Black. I got it in a BoxyCharm. I'm gonna take this like stubby little brush. It's like an elf brush, and then I'm gonna go back in with my beloved girl Camel. Where is she? So I'm gonna put this like stubby little brush into my beloved girl. Love you. I'm gonna like smoke out my lower lash line that I just did with that color so that it's like kind of shows, but like not really. It's kind of like mimicking what you did on the bottom and the top. There's not too much of like a, you know, departure from like the bottom or the top of your eye to the bottom of your eye. You know, like kind of matches a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know if departure is the right word, or like disconnect maybe. I don't know. I just thought, I can't get married. Like, I've actually been in love with 2 other people, like called off those weddings, and then now I'm gonna marry someone that I don't love for 10 grand. Like, that's insane. You know, that's nuts. Even though I was still thinking that 10 grand was like all this, you know, this was so much money, blah, blah, blah. I don't know why. And I was just like, I'm so sorry. Like, you know, sitting there being and looking like the fucking bitch that I was. And I was just like, I'm so sorry. Like, I can't, like, oh my God. Like, I don't know why. Like, everybody else was doing this and they were fine. And I didn't understand how in good conscience that they could do it. And I couldn't. Like, I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. Honestly, it was because of true love. This could be like a love story. You know, maybe I've watched so many Disney movies growing up that like, I think, you know, like I want that true love. And I don't want to say my vows for the first time to a person that I'm getting paid to say for it. You know, like, I don't know. I like, you know, I still, even though I had been engaged twice, like I wasn't giving up on love, you know, like I never have. And so, yeah, I just was like, I can't do it and I'm really sorry. And I know he was and will and is the best husband in the world because he did end up getting married. I don't know who to, because him and I like pretty much stopped talking after that. Well, we not pretty much stopped talking, like we stopped talking after that. So yeah, that's the story. And he is married now and he still lives in Santa Barbara. I was just there, like I said. He works at a restaurant, like I know where he works, and it's not where we used to work or where we met. It's a different one, and it has like an exposed kitchen, and he works in the kitchen. And so he's a chef, I could say that, I guess. He's a chef. So I've always really wanted to try that restaurant, but I know he works there, and like I don't know, I just don't want my food to be poisoned, you know what I'm saying? Look how much better, just like look how much better I look on this side of my face. Like, hi, ew, hey, ew, like 10, arguably a 10, a 2. This is it. This is it. Here's my story of how stupid I am. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get lipstick. For lips, I'm gonna go in with Kylie and Boy Bye, which I love. I just love that name. Now we're gonna spray more of this because I have dry as fuck skin and it makes you not look as dry. So that is the story of me being a dumb idiot and literally ruining someone's life. And yeah, I mean, actually things worked out for him. He's fine. he ended up getting married. He's here, he's in the United States. And honestly, I think that he really loves his wife. I did hear that like through the grapevine that like he ended up marrying someone that he was dating. Like he went off to date someone. They fell in love really quick, and I think that they got married, and I think they're like actually married. So that is a really happy ending to this love story, right? Like that's great. I'm really glad I didn't do it, clearly, because I would have never been able to move to New York, and I would have never also been able to get with Casey, who has been really truly like the love of my life since I was a teenager. And I know that I wouldn't have been able to get with Casey because he told me that this story is so stupid. I don't think he knew about it until we were in Santa Barbara last week, and like he literally, we're all talking about how we almost did it, like me and all my friends. Casey was just like, are you guys stupid? Like that's the biggest turnoff ever. Like that you like have considered getting married for money. I'm like, yeah, well, you know what? You don't know what you would do if you had to pay a bunch of medical bills. You really don't know the like lengths that you would go to, the extremes you would take to pay a ton of medical bills, which even though like I know that I say I was going to pay medical bills with it, I was young, I was stupid. I obviously thought $10,000 was going to buy me like my dream life, and clearly like it, yeah, I mean, I did, so stupid. I'm so stupid. Don't do it. It is a federal offense. Yeah, so please don't do it. I found that out the hard way. It's a federal offense, and I almost did it. And I hope that nobody arrests me from watching this video, and I hope that YouTube doesn't shut me down because I'm talking about almost committing a federal offense. I didn't though. I didn't do it. Like I had a good conscience at the end where I was like, nope, can't do this. Like, nope, nope, nope. Like it, yeah. And now that I'm 30 and I have more of a grip on what $10,000 is, it really wouldn't have been worth it at all to have been getting like, oh my god, it would not have been worth it. That's not enough money to go to prison for. That is not enough money. So yeah, don't do it. I wouldn't have been able to move to Manhattan. I wouldn't have been able to ever get with Casey, who, like I said, I've been in love with since I was 18. Like because he made it very clear that it was a turnoff that this story even happened. Like this morning when he like when I put the poll up on my Instagram, he had said like turn off, like wrote to it and said no, like, you know, because I asked you guys like which one you wanted to see. He said the other one, the Budapest one with the pimps, and then he wrote turn off like in my messages, and I was like laying right next to him. I'm like, I know, sorry, but like I just really want to tell the story. It's a funny story, and like I didn't think about it. Like I totally forgot that this part of my life had happened until we were in Santa Barbara talking about it. So sorry that it's a turn off, but that was, yeah, how I was back then. I don't know. And I literally told him, I was like, you don't know what you would do for medical bills. Like, you just don't know, you know? You don't know what you would do to pay medical bills off. You just have no idea. Like, I haven't, you know, become a stripper yet. No, I'm kidding. I joke. I'm just kidding. I've never even thought about that. Go-go dancing for sure, though, I've thought about. So I hope you guys enjoyed my story. And this is going to be a long ass video. I can already tell. I'm sorry for cursing. I really am. I'm sorry for cursing, but I want you guys to just like get to know me on like a better level. And like, I just curse like a sailor. I just do. That's just who I am. I have been doing it since I was 3. Since I was 3, my parents tell me stories of when I would curse and they would reprimand me, but like it didn't really work. I'm so stupid. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm like putting, no. Please don't look at me. Please don't look at me. I'm so dumb. Oh. Okay, anyways, so thank you so much for watching. I hope I didn't scare you away. My name's Stacy. Please subscribe if you found this interesting, or if you found it dumb, or if you want to hear dumber stories. Please subscribe. I love you guys. I love all my subscribers. I hit 1,700 subscribers. What? While I was in Santa Barbara. Oh my god. Like, oh my god, you guys are so great. Like, YouTube is my favorite thing. Anyways, thank you guys so much. I love you all, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.